Q, that was almost the back-breaking play. Because all the Ravens at that point needed to do was not turn the ball over. Luckily, we know what happens next, the pick six. Everyone's feeling happy. But I actually have the play I'm going to pull up here. Do you mind breaking down, what went wrong there with the miscommunication?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and roll it.
So,
the main thing is you'll see Rashad Bateman over to the left of the screen, and he's running a shallow crossing route. I think what happens is his eyes are looking up to where there's a hole. Is it a man-to-man situation or is it a zone situation? I think he sees the defender, really where if he kept running, is going to be. So I think for Rashad, he's like, man, screw all that trying to get a hit. I'll just go ahead and sit down between the numbers and the hash. So then you see him getting ready to settle in. Lamar now all of a sudden takes the liberty of well, you're going to go closer to the numbers and I'm going to lead you towards that spot. And that's where he let it go because he was assuming that for that shallow crossing route that it was going to be more of a man type beater. And so then that's where the miscommunication comes in because Rashad stops. He saw that space there as far as it being some sort of zone because of what he saw with the defenders. But Lamar was seeing it differently. And that's where Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was coming down from the opposite side, he comes down in there and just credit him. I mean, he made a great play on the football, but that was clearly miscommunication between Lamar and Bate that I know that they will in future, times when that play is called, if Monken ever calls it again. Sometimes coordinators, they get skittish and nah, we have success with this one. We'll never see this play again. But it was a case and scenario where Lamar Jackson literally was thinking that his receiver was going to keep on going, and the receiver in Rashad Bateman was thinking that his quarterback was going to just have him sit down right there in the pocket or in the hole in the zone.
Based off of John Monken's reaction, Q, was this more of a missed assignment on Bateman's side, or is this more of there's equal faults on both sides?
Yeah, obviously as a receiver, you're always going to be the person that they're going to look to blame, and there's not really much you can do about it. I think what he felt and trusted with his eyes and the way he saw it pre-snap, during the actual snap, and then as the play was unfolding, that he was doing the right thing. You could see where he's like, oh, okay, cool. You have a receiver about to go out into the flat in the M route. You got me coming on a shallow crosser. Why would I want to, get into that timing space? I'll just sit it down right here and Lamar can make a decision. But I think Lamar was already anticipating what it was going to be. And that's the tough part. When the quarterback already anticipates the throw, that's where the receiver gets into trouble, because the receiver's like, well, here are my rules. Here's what it is. I'm going to sit down, and yeah, it's going to be the receiver's fault.
Yeah, well, luckily, though, then Marlon has a great time to have.
Very next play.
Oh, my goodness. Whatever, was a play or two later, and then that euphoric feelings in the stadium again, where it's all right. This, the haze in the barn, as we've heard it say on the radio, or just the first time you could hear this huge sigh of relief in the stadium. Like, man, all right, Baltimore's going to put this away finally. Also, Ricard was just naked. He was just open, wide open.
He and Zay.
Holy shirts and pants, but it's okay.